Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I'm going to be doing another story time about how I had a stalker at the beginning of last year and then somewhat into the summer. I had dated this guy that was from California one summer, and it was like, I would say it was pretty serious. Like, you know, we're hanging out like every single day. I was almost always over at his house, and then he was almost always over here. Like, we were like always together type of thing. I went to go see his family and like helped him come back here when he was ready to come back here for work. That ended up ending because of reasons, but I just kind of felt like he wasn't really like trying as hard as he was when we first started seeing each other, and we were like official, okay, we're like boyfriend girlfriend. So I broke up with him. A couple months later I started talking to this new person, dating him. I don't know exactly like how it happened, or if maybe it was the guy that was dating at the time that was doing this to me, because he was also crazy. He would sit there and he acted completely normal at first, okay? He started doing this thing where he would like blow my phone up when I was streaming. He would get mad at me if I put like makeup on for a stream, which, like, by the way, I never really wear that much makeup. If I do, like, the most I'll wear is like maybe like some lashes, a little bit of foundation, blush, whatever, you know. It's really nothing that crazy, maybe eyeliner, okay? And he was like freaking out over me, like blowing up my phone. He was like just doing like a lot of crazy stuff. And then I had went to he also lived in California. I have a thing for California guys apparently, but he also lived in California. I went and I stayed with him for like a week, and on the last day when I was about to leave, I was packing all my stuff up in my suitcase, and like when I was doing that, he was like just kind of like getting on my ass, but like not in like a nice way. So I was like, I think I'm okay, and I think I know how to pack my suitcase, because he was telling me to like do it a certain way. And I was like, listen, this is how I got all this in here. I'm just gonna get it in there the same way. He started getting shitty with me, and I just like kind of stopped talking to him. He went out in like his little hallway and they started like punching the wall and shit, like getting crazy. I was like, whoa, what is going on? So I was like, I started feeling, you know, very uncomfortable, because like, you know, I'm in his space. I'm not anywhere where I know anyone, and he was supposed to take me to the airport that day to go back home. So I was like getting scared. I was like, is he not gonna take me home now? Like, I was starting to get like really, I felt very scared at that moment. I'm about to like order a fucking Uber and get the fuck out of there because he's freaking me out. And then he finally calms down. He's like, oh, like, I'm just sad you're leaving, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, well, how you just acted is fucking like wild, you know. Shortly after that, he gets like a text or whatever from someone, right, of like videos and pictures of me and stuff, and like them saying that like I went to California to see them and stuff. And so I told him, I was like, yeah, like I've obviously dated other people besides you. What do you mean? What? He started freaking out about it and stuff. And then like shortly after that, I started getting texts and stuff because someone leaked my number online, my whole name, my address. They made like an account with like my full first and last name, and then were like commenting on my pictures and like sending people my address and my phone number and like all kinds of crazy stuff. I was getting messages about it. It was really scary. And through this whole time, you know, he was there for me. That guy that I was dating, he was there for me. He was making me like feel like, oh yeah, that's definitely your ex doing that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But now I'm sitting here thinking the whole time, was it him doing that? And he was just trying to make me think my ex is doing that to like get that like trauma bond, so that way I felt close to him and felt like, oh, like this guy's helping me out. He's you know, he's really there for me. Wow. Oh, I feel so alone. I feel so scared, because I was fucking terrified. Like, I was getting texts from random numbers saying, oh, I'm outside. Is your door unlocked? I'll just let myself, like crazy stuff, okay? Like, it was terrifying. And now I'm wondering the whole time, like, was it him? Because there was red flags there that he was literally crazy. but also like I sat there and I continued to stay with him because I also felt so alone at that point in my life. Like I also had, like, I was talking with my family, but I wasn't as close with them then, and like no one was really like there for me, and no one really understood like what I was going through. At least that's how I felt. Like I had no one like in my personal life, like really I felt like helping me out, and I was just like terrified. So I stayed with him even though he was like living in another state or whatever. I felt like safer because of him, even though like literally I wasn't, because the whole time it was probably him doing that. It was just terrifying. Like, and I'm sitting here thinking like I got a restraining order against that one ex, not the one that was like, you know, there for me. And now I'm sitting here thinking like this whole time, like, was it him doing that and I put the restraining order on the wrong person? But also it was weird because at that time, like, I had gotten like someone trying to like buy content from me on Telegram, which I very rarely sell content outside of OF just because for like safety reasons. And during that time also, like, the number was saying that if I went and told the cops, they would tell them that I was selling content to minors, which just isn't true at all. But anyways, so like I got this message from someone, and like I always ID people when they buy content off outside of OF, right? So I was like, okay, like send me your ID to verify your age or whatever, right? And tell me why like the birth date was of the ex that I got the restraining order on. So I'm sitting thinking, I'm like, were they together on it? Was it really him the whole time? Was it the guy? It's just all so confusing because still to this day I truly don't know it was him or not. But that guy is trying to buy content from me. They never actually ended up buying content, but they had the same birth date of the guy that was like that I actually put the restraining order on. So that was like the only thing that made me think, okay, maybe the crazy guy that I'm with right now really is telling me the truth. It was just a really scary situation. I was having like nightmares and shit almost every single night, like terrified someone was gonna break in while I was sleeping and stuff. And just like a really scary situation. So I don't know, like just be super careful about who you let into your life. Don't let people know your address unless you've known them for a long time. Don't give people out your phone number either when you're first talking to them, because not a lot of people know this, but you can get someone's full address and everything from a phone number. You just have to pay like a couple dollars, and if you have like your stuff hooked up to your address, people can see that. So be careful. There's some people that are crazy enough and they can find that information very easily because it's not hard to find. So yeah, that's all for this video. Peace out.